same name. The theme song from that movie contains a verse that says, "The men in black are the last line of defense against the worst scum of the universe." Well, that description may be a bit harsh for the Aces' opponent today, Liberty Center, but there's no doubt that Amanda Clear Creek will rely heavily on an out-of-this-world defense to try to turn back those hostile aliens, Tigers, in a quest to become the best team in Ohio in Division 5. There's no more Hollywood hype today. In just a couple of hours, somebody's going to feel like a state champion. Somebody's going to be a state champion.
Media One Sports, in association with Interface Video Production, presents the Division 5 High School Football State Final. Brought to you by
We're looking at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, Ohio, where today they are deciding the Division 5 state championship. It'll be Amanda Clear Creek against Liberty Center, and we're glad to have all our folks listening in on our live audio broadcast on Channel 22 throughout Fairfield County here on Media One Sports, and to all our listeners and viewers who will be watching the tape delay telecast as well. This is Tom Starr, along with Dave Jacobs, Andy Rice, and our entire IVP Sports crew, welcoming you to one of the great places for football in the United States, certainly in the state of Ohio, with a tradition-rich area of Massillon. So many great things have happened here over the years. This school has won 22 state championships, and there's going to be more decided today. Somebody clad in orange and black is going to win one before the afternoon is through. Down on the field is our sideline reporter, Andy Rice. Andy, both these teams bring good football in here today, but they also bring some unusual traditions with them, don't they?
They certainly do, Tom. One thing that was mentioned in the newspaper that we saw about Liberty Center was the fact that the 8th graders in 1993, when they were here, when Liberty Center was here in the state finals, buried pennies underneath the turf. Now, the only way you can do that on turf like this, obviously, is to come around the sides and do so. Now, the only thing that I did find out here on the outside was a set of keys. So someone is lost somewhere. The one other thing about the Amanda Clear Creek Aces, they always bring a bit of their home field turf and sprinkle it on the field out here. As you know, Massillon Tiger Stadium right now is AstroTurf, and so it's been an interesting thing to find out just how well the Aces were able to spread their seed, so to speak.
Well, you can put all the grass and all the pennies away, because in just a few minutes, these two teams are going to get out here and get after it. We're going to find out who the best football team is in the state of Ohio in Division 5. We'll have more from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in just a moment. Tiger Stadium in this Division 5 matchup getting ready to start in just a few moments. The Division 3 state championship decided earlier here on Friday afternoon when Columbus St. Francis de Sales won a championship over Youngstown Cheney by the score of 17-14. A late field goal by the Stallions brings back one championship to Central Ohio, and the Aces would love to make it a daily double. Dave Jacobs is my color announcer today. Dave, certainly on paper, this seems to be a very easy game to predict. You've got a great offense in Liberty Center. They score a bunch of points, and they're fast. And you've got a great defense in Amanda Clear Creek, who's only given up 33 all year long. Seems too easy to almost analyze, doesn't it?
Yes, on paper, it seems easy to analyze, Tom, but when you get to a game like today, in a situation like we've got today, I think you can throw the stats out the window, because these players will be playing their hearts out. They're not going to leave anything on the field. This is going to be their last game of the year. The seniors will be their last game in high school, and I think the stats are be a little deceiving on a day like today.
I think you're exactly right. Liberty Center is 11-1 on the year. Of course, the Aces are 13-0. The only loss the Tigers suffered during the season was a 46-44 gunfight to Patrick Henry, and then they avenged that loss to that school in the regional finals when they thumped them 40-14. And their most impressive win of the year was over the poll champion in Division 5 and defending state champion Marion Pleasant. They beat them in the first playoff game 21-19. So this is a team that is certainly peaking at the best time of year, coming on very strong here at the end of the season. And the Aces, well, they've just kept that train rolling right through the playoffs. A perfect regular season, 10-0. They've won their first 3 playoff games, and these two are headed for a train wreck here on Paul Brown Tiger Stadium Field coming up in just a few moments. We're going to step away one more time. We've got the opening kickoff of this afternoon's game coming up. Stay with us. We'll return in just a moment. Well, the Aces won the coin toss in this afternoon's game, so they deferred and they will be on defense first. The starting offensive team for the Tigers from Liberty Center High School. The quarterback is Joe Jurasics. Jurasics is a 6-foot senior. Not a great runner, but a pretty good thrower, even though this is primarily a running team. And when they do go on the ground, they will go with their fullback, Ryan Zeiter, who is a 5'10", 175-pound senior. He's rushed for almost 1,200 yards this year. He has plenty of help back there. A scat back named Sam Smith, a 5'10 senior who rushed for almost 1,000 yards himself. So they have a great 1-2 punch. Also in the backfield in this wing T offense, where they primarily have 3 guys on the option back there they can give the ball to at any time, is Seth Atkinson, a 5'8", 158-pound junior, who is also a good pass receiver. Along the offensive line, they have decent size. Their biggest offensive lineman is their left tackle, John Bush, 6'1", 250. Chris Baum, 5'11", 170. Kenzie Kern is a center, 5'10", 176. The other guard on the right side is Derek Ziegler, 5'11", 180. And Brian Wesche, the right tackle, is 6'1", 190. The receivers are Jesse Smith, who caught 26 passes this year and averaged 25 yards a catch. He had 10 touchdowns. He's a 6-foot junior. And Andy Silvas is a 5'11 senior who averaged 15 yards a catch and caught 5 touchdown passes this year. This is a big play offense that the Tigers have. They have 40 rushing touchdowns this season, and 30 of their touchdowns came on plays that were 30 yards or longer. So they have the capability of striking big, but can they do it against this terrific Amanda Clear Creek defense? James Valinsky, first team All-Ohio in Division 5 on the right side, defensive tackle. The left tackle is John Young, a 5'9", 220-pound senior, and Nate Rose, the outstanding middle guard, 5'7", 170-pound senior, who's had a great playoff. Brad Miller, the player of the year in Division 5 in the state of Ohio, 6', 200-pound senior. Brad Miller, the outside linebacker, along with Justin Castley, number 90, a 5'9", 163-pound senior. The inside backers, Phil Davis, the 6-foot senior, and Tyler Bowersock, the 6'1 junior, starting in place of Chad Deddy. And we just saw Chad Deddy. There he is. They brought him out onto the field a little while ago with that ago with that wheelchair. Big wrap around his left leg. Looks like he's got a big Christmas stocking on that he's wearing, and what a great gift it would be if his teammates can rally for him and win this Division 5 state championship game. The secondary for the Aces has been outstanding in the playoffs. Scott Affolter at cornerback, 5'9 senior. Kyle Hinton, the other corner, 5'9 senior. The safeties, Nate McCain, 6'2 senior, and Sean Cole, who has 4 interceptions in the playoffs, has returned 2 of them for touchdowns. 5'11 sophomore, starting at safety. You see the Liberty Center players coming onto the field now. They wear the black today. They are the home team in this game. The Aces just coming on the field. They are toward the top of the screen. They are on the far side of the field from our position here today, wearing the white and black pants. The rain is falling, and that should come as no surprise to anyone. That's all we've seen throughout the entire playoff season. We've had rain every game that we've had here on TV 22, so this should be no different today. The atmosphere is kind of neat here, isn't it, Dave?
Oh, this is an amazing facility here we're at. When Tom said that our view was somewhat different. You'd have to be here to experience it. I'm up so high, I feel like that I need a parachute when I leave the booth here. It's unbelievable.
Look at the baseball field sort of in the background behind the bleachers here, and then the smokestacks. That's part of the Massillon skyline. You look with that. The tradition here doesn't even have to be reflected on. The great coaches like Earl Bruce, who was here before going to college football, and of course he eventually coached at Ohio State, and Lee Owens, who was at Lancaster High School for a time and now is coaching at the University of Akron, and of course the legendary Paul Brown, who led Ohio State to a national championship in the early 1940s before founding the Cleveland Browns, the team that took his name, and then eventually the Cincinnati Bengals, of course. Scott Affolter will kick it away. Number 33, Sam Smith, is the deep back. And he has it at the 10-yard line. No, that's number 31, McClure, Mike McClure, and he is popped by Tyler Bowersock. Good tackle to start things, so the Aces on defense to open up. About to face this speedy offense thrown at him by the Liberty Center Tigers. Joe Jurasic is the quarterback. He wears number 8. And he tosses it wide. This is Zeiter, and a good knifing tackle made by Phil Davis near the line of scrimmage. That's going to be the test in this game. Will the offense of Liberty Center be able to get outside against Amanda Clear Creek and put pressure on the defense? They weren't able to do it on that play. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
That's where Amanda has really improved this year from the last couple of years. They're able to string out that wide running play, to string it out. One of the linebackers step up and make a great tackle.
Sam Smith and Ryan Zeiter are in the backfield. They'll go back inside this time to the quarterback. Jurasic keeps it, goes around the end. He's got room, 40, 45, 50, and he makes the distance at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. It's a touchdown for Liberty Center, and there are no flags. Well, the quarterback, Jurasic, they said he's not much of a running threat. He only had 102 yards rushing on the whole season coming into the game, but he takes it around the right end on the fake give inside, and he goes 72 yards for a Liberty Center touchdown.
Well, the Amanda defense, they bid on the fake, and Jurasic kept the ball. It was wide open on the outside, and he ran it all the way in.
Jurasic is also the kicker, so they have to hurry and get his shoe on. Let's get down to Andy for the point-after attempt.
Thanks a lot, Tom. From this vantage point on the run, everybody bit down for Amanda Clear Creek, and just a great job that time to get the score. A straight-on kick down, and it's no good, Tom. Partially blocked. It goes to the left.
So the score is 6-0. Liberty Center, like Lucasville Valley, striking quickly against the Aces, but the Aces rallied that day. We'll see if they can do it again. We'll be back in just a moment. The squib kick by Jurasic is picked up, and the return by number 31, Brian Barker, and he is swamped under at the 28-yard line. So big tackle on special teams and a funky-looking kickoff, but it did a good job for Liberty Center. So the Aces start from the 28, the same line of scrimmage that Liberty Center started from before they scored on their second play from scrimmage. The Aces have given up all the points they've allowed in the playoffs in the first quarter. Then they've settled down, so we'll see if that trend continues. Phil Davis with a huge chunk through the middle as he takes it up the gut, and he's tackled by Ryan Zeiter after he picks up about 6 yards up to the 34-yard line. So Phil Davis gets the first carry. He averages 7 yards a tote, almost 1,000 yards on the season. He and Brad Miller are the counterpart to Smith and Zeiter from Liberty Center. Their stats almost exactly the same. Second down and a long 4 for the Aces. Affolter brings him up to the line of scrimmage. The senior quarterback turns and gives it to the fullback, and a push through the middle again for Davis. He is not going to quite have enough for the first down. He'll get to about the 37 before he's hit down by John Bush. A 3-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and a yard for the Aces. 3rd down and 1. 2 carries so far. Brad Miller has not carried one yet. It's been Phil Davis both times, and Phil did have a good game against Versailles last Friday night in the state semifinal game. The Liberty Center defense is somewhat vulnerable. They've given up 17 points a game on the average. The quarterback, Affolter, keeps this one, and he's not going to have enough for the first down. He was first hit by Derek Ziegler. They did not bite on the fake. No gain on the play. In fact, a loss of a yard back to the 36.
Affolter was looking for the pitch to Brad Miller. Miller was swinging out of the backfield, but the defender for Liberty Center had Affolter's right arm, and he couldn't get it away.
So the Aces will have to punt after running 3 plays and going out. A line drive kick. It will bounce at the 30, and they're going to let that roll. Seth Atkinson, the deep back, decides to not challenge the Aces, and Kyle Hinton downs it at about the 22-yard line. A 43-yard punt, no return, and Liberty Center takes control with 8:57 to go here in the first quarter, and they lead it by the score of 7-0. Got an example of their speed a moment ago with that long touchdown run by Jurasics. Let's go down to Andy again.
Tom, right now, the rain is starting to fall a lot harder than it was earlier when they started this ball game, and I wonder just how well that's going to play for either side. Both sides wearing new turf shoes today, so it should be interesting to see how it goes.
This is the fullback. Zeiter trying the middle. Very, very little there. James Valinsky among the tacklers, and you can almost always say either Brad Miller or Nate Rose. That was Rose. They hit him after he picks up a yard, maybe 2. We'll give him 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. Seemed like they ball faked very well, so the Aces defense will be tested in that respect today. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Trying to create some misdirection. This is Zeiter again, trying the middle, and very little. Crosses the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Phil Davis, James Valinsky, and Tyler Bowersock, a couple linebackers, and that all-Ohio defensive tackle. And James Valinsky, defensive end, I should say, makes the hit. Look at all that orange. Orange ponchos on the other side today. Both teams wearing orange and black, so just like at the Versailles game last Friday, the prominent colors are orange and black. But great crowd here from Fairfield County to support the Aces. 3rd down and 5 yards to go. Here comes Smith trying to get outside. They miss one tackle, they miss another. He is free up at the midfield and goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line of Amanda Clear Creek. Sam Smith on his first carry, finally knocked out by Tyler Bowersock. Both times they've had long gainers, they've come to the right side. Taking another look. Smith got out of 2 tackles. They had a couple of chances at him, and they couldn't pull him in. Let's get down to Andy again.
The ball is at the Aces 42-yard line.
Okay, 1st down and 10. Jurasics wants to throw. He throws deep. He's got Silvis out there. He's by the defender, and he's all the way down to the 5-yard line. Sean Cole makes the tackle, but Liberty Center is clicking on all cylinders here in the first quarter. That play is good for 38 yards to the 5-yard line.
Back about the line of scrimmage, Nate Rose is slow to get up, limping off the field. Looks like a possible ankle.
Ooh, that is a huge loss. Remember, Chad Deddy is unavailable, of course, but now Nate Rose goes off at least for this play. First and goal from the 5. What a beautifully thrown ball by Jurasic a moment ago. The toss to Zeiter, and the Aces sweep him under back at about the 6-yard line. Kyle Hinton and Phil Davis are there. And Nate McCain came up to help out as well. Here's another look at that toss sweep and the good pursuit by the Aces. They just didn't have enough blockers over there to knock down the Amanda defenders. No gain on that play for Zeiter.
No gain on the play. Second down, goal, ball on the 5.
Second and goal for the Tigers. They are bidding to go up by 2 touchdowns. Jurasic will turn and give it, coming right side. This is Smith. He will find his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Every time they have run right, they have made something big happen, and they get in the end zone for another touchdown, and Liberty Center is playing amazing football here in the first quarter. They lead at 12-0 and a chance to add the point after. Let's get down on the sideline to Andy Rice for Jurasic's point after attempt.
Jurasic takes his good old time coming out there. Obviously, the quarterback's got to get the old square toe shoe on. Doing the holding is Ryan Zeiter. The snapback is good. Zeiter puts it down, and this time the kick is good, Tom.
Liberty Center playing well here in the first quarter, and they lead it by the score of 13-0. The Aces are shell-shocked. We'll see how they'll recover after this timeout. The Aces find themselves trailing 13-0 as Liberty Center has hit them with a blitzkrieg here to open the football game. And Amanda Clear Creek's fans are just absolutely shocked. They trail 13-0. Total yards right now 150 for Liberty Center, and the Aces with only 8. And a return by Barker up to the 35-yard line. Once again, they kick a line drive squibber for the kickoff, and Barker returns it a couple to the 35-yard line. So let's see if Amanda Clear Creek can settle down, put a drive together, and stem this tide that Liberty Center is riding a big, big wave right now.
Nathan Rose for the Aces is still being attended to over on the sideline. From my vantage point, I can't tell if they're working on his knee or his ankle.
So he is not in at right guard, his normal offensive spot. Brad Miller trying to surge outside, and he will only get about a yard. He goes all the way to the far sideline, goes right out in front of Coach Hinton, and they cut him down and push him out of bounds after only a 1-yard gain. It'll be second down and 9 yards to go. Well, they will miss Nate Rose, obviously, as a blocker, but particularly on the right side of that, or in the middle of that defensive line. Number 60, Travis Perry, a 5'9" senior, is in the game in Nate Rose's place right now. Second down and 9 for the Aces. 6:15 to go in the quarter. Affolter throws, he flings it out, and it's dropped by Kyle Hinton. Ball was right there, and it was dropped at the 43-yard line. It'll be third down and 9.
That was a great pass from Affolter. Hinton, it looked like Hinton just knew he was wide open and looked like he wanted to turn and run with the ball before he caught it.
I'll tell you, things are going bad so quickly for the Aces. You just wonder what could happen next, and you just see the kind of things building that are building now. You don't like to see them. Third down and 9. Big play here for Amanda Clear Creek. Blitz on Affolter. He's in trouble, and he just fires it away back at the 25-yard line. They could have called the intentional grounding, I think, there, but the Aces get a break and they don't call it. Ryan Zeiter was putting all kinds of heat on Scott Affolter, and they will have to punt the football away again after 3 plays. Look at the blitz come from the outside. He got by the first tackler, number 58, Chris Baum, but he could not get out of Zeiter's grasp. So Affolter will kick it away again to Seth Atkinson. They put a little heat on, but not much. Pretty good kick. It drives Atkinson back, and it bounces over his head, and this is going to roll dead inside the 10, and the Aces get all the way back to the 2-yard line and put it down right there, and Nate Rose Good to see him running downfield to down that ball at the 2-yard line. That turns out to be a 62-yard punt for Scott Affolter.
That's good to see Nate Rose back in there. It looks like he's got some a lot of tape on his left ankle, I should say. So I couldn't tell from our vantage point up here if it was his ankle or his knee, but he's down on one knee and got a lot of tape on that left ankle, so I'm assuming it's going to be the left ankle.
1st and 10. Liberty Center with a football back. Zeider gets the toss, coming outside, gets through, running right. That's been the good way for Liberty Center. Tyler Bowersock tackles him, but not until after Zeider crosses the 5-yard line and gets out near the 7. So he picks up 5 yards on that first down run. And it's going to be 2nd down and 5. The Aces don't have a first down yet. They are trailing 13-0. This has been a bad first quarter for Amanda Clear Creek, but a great one, obviously, for the Tigers. Still over 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Jurasic's coming long, looking deep. He's got his man at the 39-yard line. Caught by number 11, Jesse Smith. First down at the 40.
Number 81, Kyle Hinton, had great coverage on the Liberty Center receiver, but the quarterback made a fantastic pass. Threw it to the sideline, over to the defender's right shoulder where nobody else could catch it except the receiver. Great pass from Liberty Center.
Boy, Jurasic's has a great arm. He's 2 for 2 for 71 yards. They said he's got great long-range capability, and they weren't kidding. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. That play got them out of some serious field position problem. And a good run up the middle by Zeider. He picks up 5, maybe 6 more before Brad Miller can drop him out at the 46-yard line. Timeout called by the Aces of Amanda Clear Creek. 4:56 to go here in the first quarter. And we'll return after this time. We're back at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, where right now Liberty Center is in control of this game. They have a 2nd down and 4 from their own 46-yard line, and they lead it 13-0. Sam Smith rushes right, carries it for a first down. Just takes it off tackle. Tripped up by Justin Castley, but he just nudges his way into Aces territory, and they're going to mark him at the 50, just inside the 50. And another first down for the Tigers, their 5th. Boy, the Aces need something big to happen for them to try to turn this thing around. The way that Liberty Center is playing right now, I don't know if anybody could beat them. Some movement along the front wall, but no flags thrown, and Phil Davis gets a good pop on Zeider as he gets just to about the 48-yard line, so they'll give him short 2, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Four minutes remaining here in the first quarter. It's 13-0 Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek. A long 72-yard touchdown run on their second play from scrimmage, and then they scored this next time they had the ball. Here they go again, running right. Sam Smith takes it all the way down to about the 42-yard line. Sean Cole comes up and trips him up. But a 6-yard pickup for Smith. And it's going to be 3rd down now, and about 2. Got a great crowd here today. They were packed for the Division III championship game, but not quite completely full, but pretty close. Let's get down to Andy before this 3rd down play.
When the Liberty Center is running right, they're staying away from Brad Miller. Watch to see if they keep doing that to get this first down, Tom.
They fake a run right. Jurasic's wants to throw. He squares and throws back over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. He tried to hit Seth Atkinson. They actually had 2 receivers in the area, Seth Atkinson and Andy Silvas, but Jurasic's could not get his body square and throw it back. He misfires for the first time, and it'll bring up 4th down. That finally is something for the Amanda Clear Creek fans there to be excited about. They force the Tigers into punt situation, and it'll be Jurasic who does it all for this team. Punting. Kyle Hinton and Scott Affolter going back to receive this punt. They'll try to pin him. Oh, it's a fake. They fake it up the middle to Zeider, and I don't know if he got it or not. Good tackle by Tyler Bowersock. The Aces think they held.
He didn't get it, Tom. Fisher walked in and spotted it on the right hash mark. It's going to be about a half a yard short.
Well, judging, I think you're right, Dave, judging on where the chain is, they may be a bit short on that fake punt. Wow, is Coach Lindgren pulling out all the stops today? He's not leaving anything in the bag.
I was watching the punter on that play, Tom, and he kept looking over at the sidelines to his coach, and his coach called that from the sideline. The chain crews today that's bringing in the flags, some people may recognize as a Lancaster connection.
Yeah. The Aces have held them. So Amanda Clear Creek may finally have something to build on. We're going to take another look at that fake punt by Liberty Center that the Aces snuff out. And then look at the snap to the short man, Zeider, number 3. He's standing at about the 47-yard line, the direct snap to the up back. And it was Tyler Bowersock who made the pop. So 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Aces. Scott Affolter will keep it, and he is powering it ahead up to about the 49-yard line. So a great run for Scott. Just short of the first down, but it's going to be only 2nd and 1.
Yeah, for a moment, Tom, back to what I was talking about the Lancaster connection on the chain crew. When you get to the state championship, they actually bring in a group of Class 1 officials to run the chains. And this is Ray DeLong's group from the Lancaster Football Officials Association.
We saw those guys outside before we came in. We said we say hello back to Lancaster for them, so we've done that. Brad Miller gets his 2nd carry, and this is going to be enough for a first down just into Tiger territory. So that's something to start with for the Aces if they may measure this. Nope, they're not going to measure it. They say first down, Amanda Clear Creek. So that will get them something to build on. Their first down comes with 2:25 remaining in the first quarter. But if the Aces can put a drive together here and get on the board, they'll be down by just 1 score, and if that is with a touchdown. Affolter to throw, looks right. He throws it high and over the head of Kyle Hinton down at the 45-yard line. That was a bit too high for Kyle to pull down, the 5'9", 145-pound senior, who is the leading receiver on this team with 21. Brad Miller is the leading receiver in the playoffs. They've really gone to him more than anyone else. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Ball is marked at the Tigers' 49. The eye backfield for Affolter. He gets some heat. He steps up. He's in trouble, and he throws it as he is about to go down, and the ball is intercepted by Andy Silvis. Scott Affolter didn't make a good decision there. That was a play where you almost have to just eat it when you're in the kind of heat he was in. And he tried to make something big happen, but he threw the ball away and threw it right to Andy Silvis. Andy Rice.
Tom, on that play, you hate to make a reference like this, but Scott Affolter kind of made a Stanley Jackson play right there. He was going down, threw it, and there was no Amanda Clear Creek Ace over there anywhere, and Silvis just picked it off, right? Just had to stand there and pick it off.
I thought of the same thing, Andy. I thought of the same thing. Here's a running play and a big pop made by James Valinsky on Sam Smith. You know, these guys are trying in this game to do everything they can and make big plays if they possibly can to help their team, especially when you're trailing. But when you try to do too much, you often are penalized, and that is what happened there to Scott Affolter. 2-yard gain for Smith on that last play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the Tigers' own 49, Jurasic tosses it back to Zeider. He gets through 1 tackle, but he cannot get away from Sean Cole. with an assist from Tyler Bowersock, and they drop him at about the 47, maybe the 46-yard line.
And Liberty Center is having all their success on those sweep plays. Straight up blocking, they're not winning, but on the sweep play, it seems like they're able to block a little bit better for some reason, and they're winning the war on the outside right now.
Well, they're using their speed, which we know they have a lot of. They are a quick team, and they have shown bursts of speed here in the first quarter. It's 3rd down and 4 as we're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Jurasic's the fake left on the toss, coming back, being chased. He throws, and he's got Atkinson at the 30, the 25, and down to about the 22-yard line. Jurasic's got a great block to help avoid heat from Brad Miller, and he turns it into a completed pass to Atkinson for a first down.
There was some of that speed from Liberty Center. That receiver came from the left side, clear across the field, just outran the Amanda defender.
24 yards for Atkinson. And only 22 seconds to play here in the first quarter, and the Aces can't wait for this nightmare to be over, this first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 22. The toss back to Zeiter. Gets some blocking, tripped up by Affolter inside the 20. He falls forward to about the 18, and that's going to be the last play of the first quarter. It's 13-0, Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek after 1, and we'll be back in just a moment. Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek 13-0 as we start the second quarter. This is Tom Starr along with Dave Jacobs and our sideline reporter Andy Rice and our entire IVP Sports crew. We are pleased to be able to bring you the state championship game. Our live audio on Channel 22 this Friday afternoon, and then we'll be having our tape replays coming up Friday night at 10:30, Saturday at 12:30, and Sunday at 12:30. But right now, the Aces of Amanda Clear Creek need some stops. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers from the Aces 18-yard line. You know, someone else's name we haven't mentioned too prominently, other when he was hurt in the first quarter, was Nate Rose. They are doing a good job of neutralizing Nate when he's been in the game. 2nd and 6. The counter, plenty of room for Atkinson, the wingback coming back, and he's down to inside the 10-yard line. Phil Davis makes the tackle, but it's another first down.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, Tom, they're doing a great job on Nate Rose. They're double teaming him on every play.
His reputation has preceded him, and it's something that Liberty Center has made accommodations for. They've got a 1st and goal from just inside the Amanda Clear Creek 10-yard line. The wingback comes in motion, Jurasic's. They give it to him inside and forget it. He is swamped under. He lost about a yard on that play. Brad Miller and Nate Rose. We talked about Nate, and there he is making a tackle for loss.
Yeah, Nathan Rose must have heard us talking about him, upset him there, because he fought off that double team on that play and got into the backfield just about the time the runner got the ball.
Yes. And the Aces certainly need a couple of more defensive stops here and try to keep them off the scoreboard. 2nd down and goal from just outside the 10. See if they'll pitch it or they're going to throw it. They let Smith run right side. He turns the corner at the 5, and he gets into the end zone.
Flag.
It's a touchdown, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
The referee caught a hold. It's going to be a hold on the outside. The one receiver was holding hit, and I just happened to be watching that area, and the referee saw it also.
A clip.
Oh, he called it a clip.
A clip against Liberty Center. Let's see if we can pick it up. Watch the top of your screen. There it is. It's number 2, Atkinson, blocking on Kyle Hinton.
Yeah, I thought he was going to call a hold because they had a hold of his jersey, but he called it a clip.
Yeah, he had him kind of in an arm lock there, but he was behind him and pushing him, so that's the first penalty of the game. And it takes the football back to the 23-yard line, so it's still 2nd and goal, but now from the 23, and that's a big field position penalty, too. Here's another look at that play. The push on Kyle Hinton in the back.
Yeah, in high school, if you push from the back with your hands, it is a clip.
Second down again, back on the ground. Atkins, no, Jurasic's the quarterback, keeps it, turns it upfield, gets inside the 20 to about the 17-yard line. And Nate Rose, once again, is not getting up. And it appears again as if maybe that ankle got planted in the ground. Second time in the game that Nate has been nicked. The play was good for 6 yards, or 7 yards rather, to the 16 for the quarterback Jurasics.
Oh, and they're actually looking at Nathan's forehead over on the far sideline from us, Tom.
Well, maybe somebody poked him in the eye in there or something like that. Now they have him sitting up, but unfortunately this week our sideline reporter Andy Rice and our cameraman down there Brian Callahan are on the opposite side, so we don't have access to the Amanda sideline as we did last week against Versailles. Well, he looks pretty good getting up and walking off the field.
Yeah, he might have took a knee to the helmet or something similar to that over there.
Hopefully Nate will be all right, and we'll see how long he stays out of the lineup. Third down and goal from the 16. John Young moves in to play the middle guard position, coming off the defensive end spot. Jurasic's looking to throw, has some heat by Miller, lobs to the end zone, and the ball is caught by Silvas. It's a touchdown. Brad Miller was in Jurasic's face, but it didn't matter. He threw a beautiful ball to Silvas in the back of the end zone, and the score is now 19-0 with 10:07 remaining in the first half.
Nate McCain had coverage on that play, and he got turned around, and the receiver ran right behind him. Quarterback, as we said earlier, has a great throwing arm. He just laid it right in there where it needed to be.
Let's get down to Andy for the point after try.
Amanda in very unfamiliar territory right now, being down by 3 touchdowns. Here's the snap back, the placement's down, the kick is up, Tom, and the kick is good.
Liberty Center leading Amanda 20-0 with 10 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the first half. We'll return in a moment. Well, the Tigers take advantage of that interception and turn it into a touchdown as they go 8 plays, 53 yards, 3:48 off the clock, and the 16-yard touchdown pass to Silvas. Phil Davis scoops this up at the 25-yard line and returns it out over the 35 to about the 38-yard line. So Davis trying to get his guys pumped up, and the Aces need something good to happen for them as they face a first down and 10 from the 39. With 10 minutes and 1 second to go here in the first half, and Liberty Center leading 20-0. We don't know how Amanda Clear Creek will react because they haven't been in this position before. Phil Davis is buried. Loss of 2, tackled behind the line of scrimmage. The first hit by number 76, Blake Lindgren, who is the son of Coach Rex Lindgren. Boy, the Aces just can't seem to get anything going at all. 2nd and 13. Kyle Hinton coming in motion. Affolter fakes the give, turns it upfield. He's still on his feet, and then trips as he gets back to about the 37-yard line. Not able to keep his feet going around the left side, and it's still going to be 3rd down and about 12 for the Aces. Got a flag down. Personal foul against Liberty Center, so the Aces are going to pick up a first down here as a result of that personal foul. We didn't see it from our perch high above the field here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. We're inside that building. Just trust me on that. we're more fortunate than some of the people, but look at the drop off that we were talking about before. That's a long way down, folks.
Yeah, no, anybody that knows me, Tom, knows I'm pretty scared of heights, so they'll probably be amazed to see that I'm up here.
We've got a lot of stuff between you and that ledge, though, Dave, so you're all right.
Yeah, thank goodness.
1st and 10 for the Aces. Affolter zings it. The ball is tipped as it was thrown over the middle by Andy Silvas. The linebacker got his hand up there and swatted that ball away. Scott Affolter is 0 for 5 here in the first half, and his counterpart, Jurasic, is 4 for 5. That tells you something else. And that's a look over the back of the stadium down to our truck parked behind Paul Brown Tiger Stadium, and there's a look at all the traffic here. Back to live action, a running play going offside for Scott Affolter. The quarterback keeps it, and he gets it ahead for about 5 yards, maybe down to about the 43. So it'll be 3rd down. A lot of cars parked here, as you would expect. That's Washington High School here in Massillon. Most people just call it Massillon. That's what the locals still call it. But there are 3 high schools now in Massillon, Ohio. Deep drop for Affolter, trying to set up the screen, and throws it too high for Phil Davis.
Well, they had blockers in front. And only one Liberty Center defender, but the pass was just too high for Phil Davis.
4th down, and the Aces look like they're going to punt. Affolter, the quarterback, so also the punter, so you can't be completely sure what's going to happen, but they've got Seth Atkinson back deep. Good snap back to Scott, takes his time and punches it away. A high twisting punt, fair catch called. The ball hits at the 2 and then skips into the end zone for a touchback. A 43-yard punt, a net 23-yard punt because of the touchback. 1st and 10 coming up for Liberty Center from the 20 with 8:05 remaining here in the first half. And the score is Liberty Center 20 and Amanda Clear Creek nothing.
This is a situation that Amanda hasn't been in for a long, long time.
Nate Rose back out on the field. Andy, you're on the Liberty Center sideline. Cautious optimism down there right now. How excited are they about how they're playing?
Well, Tom, it's very hard to say. Right now, both sides are still staying very alive and very loud. I wouldn't say that it's optimistic, but right now, Amanda just needs something big like that right there. A nice tackle.
A big sack by John Young. His 8th sack of the year, and he drops Jurasic. The first time they've been able to tackle him for a loss of 6 yards back to the 14. Yeah, they need some more of that stuff to take place. As we said, Rose back in at the middle guard spot. Young, the left tackle, who just made the sack, and then James Valinsky, the Ohio defensive tackle also. Young lining up as actually on the right side now. 2nd down and 16. A quick pop, and it's caught from Jurasic to his wingback, but that play is going to go for very little out to Atkinson. He'll be dropped after about a 2-yard gain by Sean Cole.
Sean Cole, another one of the young Amanda players, is stepping up, and I know Coach Hinton and the staff are looking for great things out of Sean the next couple years. Another one of those great young group of players.
We just went under the 7-minute mark remaining here in the first half. It's still 20-0. Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek, but a big down here for the Amanda defense. 3rd down and 14. Jurasic, a 7-step drop, flares it out in the flat. It's caught by Atkinson. They will tackle him at about the 20. He jumps forward to about the 21, but he'll be well short of the first down, and the Aces are going to get the football back. Phil Davis and Sean Cole combining for the tackle, so it's 4th down, and they're going to punt it away. The Amanda fans still very much in this game. You hear them getting excited about the play their defense just had.
And number 1.
Jurasics will punt it away to Hinton and Affolter. This is a good punt, and it will hit at the 42, and Affolter will let it go back inside the 30, back inside the 25. It is still rolling at the 23, and it's going to be down at the 22-yard line. A 47-yard punt by Jurasics. There's the lone cameraman outside for us today, Dave Spires, getting a unique perspective from high above Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. He's really got the threat of going over the ledge.
Yeah, there's no railing out there. Told him to take his belt and tie it to the lamp, but
look at that swarming defense. They are in against Phil Davis before he can even move. Number 76, Ziegler. Lundgren.
Thomas, I was driving around the Amanda area today in the Stoutsville, not today, but earlier this week, Amanda and Stoutsville area. A lot of signs out supporting the team, and I saw one, it read, "It's Miller time," and I think it's all about Miller time because Brad's been shut down so far.
Well, he's only carried the ball twice. Actually, Amanda Clear Creek with only 19 yards rushing here in the first half. Affolter rolls to his left, looks to throw. It's hit as he gets it off, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Atkinson. He was hit as he threw by number 56. First down for Amanda Clear Creek. Here's the pressure again. Oh, it's 66, Amstutz, who got in there and pressured Affolter, and the ball was thrown out and intercepted by Atkinson, the second pick of the first half. 5 minutes to go here in the first half from the 28-yard line of Amanda Clear Creek. Sweep coming right side, Sam Smith. He's down inside the 20, and he nearly gets a first down on that carry. They'll knock him out at the 19. Nate McCain and Keith Deal hit him down. 9-yard gain on that play. Boy, they have handled the Aces both ways. Amanda Clear Creek has been able to get nothing going offensively. And with some big plays, the Tigers have owned them on their side of the ball. Smith again sweeps left, first down. James Valinsky comes in from behind to make the tackle, and there is another penalty flag on the play.
Probably a hold on Liberty Center. Yep.
Sometimes it's good to have that official here in the booth with you that knows what to look for, and that's the case.
I had an opportunity to officiate several football games this year, Tom. I only did 47.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, that's busy.
Yeah. I saw Ray Long and Tommy Smith, and John Ellis, and Billy Sims, and that group from Lancaster. Earlier, we told them we'd mention them and say hi to the folks back listening in Lancaster.
Nice to see some familiar faces, but it'd be better if the Aces had things going in their favor. Zeiter pops the middle, and he doesn't get much. Nate Rose knocks him down just inside the 30-yard line. He falls forward to about the 29.
Let's see if Amanda could take advantage of the penalty this time. Last time on this end of the field, they had a clip and was not able to use it to their advantage. Let's see if they can hold him here and hopefully get the ball back and get something going.
Third down and 11. With 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Jurasics will throw. He still has the ball, lobs it out. He's got Smith at the 20, and he pushes his way ahead. I don't think he quite has enough for the first down. They marked him just shy at the 17-yard line. Nate McCain shoved him out of bounds, but this is close enough to give Liberty Center an option whether to go for it on 4th down.
They're going to measure. They don't have far to move the chains because it's on the sideline. Ball went out on the sideline where the chains are at, so all they have to do is set them back up and stretch them out.
No, they have it.
Oh.
They did get the first down. Well,
it looked short at first.
Yep. We were going on where they had the mat laid across the way, and the official would put the mark down definitely on the back side of the mat, but that doesn't matter. It's where the chain itself is, and at the 17-yard line, it is good for a first down.
First and 10 for Liberty Center. Football is on the 17-yard line.
Here's a look at where he went out of bounds. Stepped just around it there. Jurasics keeps, sweeps left, and Nate Cole comes up and sweeps him under back at the 23-yard line. So another tackle for loss for the Aces. They're still playing hard, as you would expect them to do. That's a loss of 6, back to the 23.
Yeah, Sean Cole stepping up, making some great plays today. Not to say he doesn't always make great plays, but stepping up in time when they really need it.
Now with 3:24 to go here in the half, and the clock running, it's now 2nd down and 16. The Aces trying to push him back. Jurasics with time, throwing it out wide, and he throws it to the sideline too far for Jesse Smith. Kyle Hinton was chasing him down at about the 5-yard line, but another misfire, a rare one by Jurasics here in the first half. He's 7 out of 9 passing. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 16. Unofficially, we have Jurasics for 130 yards through the air. And probably a throwing down here.
Oh, reverse.
They bring it back the other way. And running it down to inside the 10-yard line. On the misdirection, the end around for Atkinson. He is dropped at the 20. He's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 4th and about 3.
Well, that was quite a play, Tom. I don't think I've seen him run a reverse that close to the line of scrimmage before.
They brought the wing back inside and gave it to him on the misdirection. Here's another look at it.
Yeah, it was
right there. Quickly giving it. 4th and 3. Big play for the Aces defense to make a stop. Oh, and there's movement along the line of scrimmage. Flags coming in. Let's see how this is going to go if it goes against the Aces. And would it give them a first down? Offsides, Amanda Clear Creek. And half the distance to the goal takes it down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for Liberty Center. All the little things seem to go bad when anything else is going downhill for you. 2:05 to go in the first half. Liberty Center bidding to score again and take a 26 or 27 to nothing lead into the locker room. Zeiter pounds it into the right side. He's down to about the 2. Sean Cole is involved on that tackle. As Andy pointed out before, they are running away from Brad Miller. Wherever Brad Miller is, they're moving it the other way. Can't blame him for that. There's a look at the Division V Player of the Year in the state of Ohio. The Defensive Player of the Year from Amanda Clear Creek. Just outside the 2, it's 2nd and goal. Jurasics keeps it and rolls right. He's got Atkinson in the end zone. He throws it that way, but he throws it a little too far. By the time that Jurasics let the ball go, the Aces had moved their coverage to that side, and they really had that play well defended. So it's going to now be 3rd down and goal. Jurassic held this ball a long time, and it gave the Aces time to get back there. He tried a little touch pass over Affolter and threw it too wide for Atkinson. Stops the clock with 1:08 remaining in the half.
Big play here. 3rd and goal from about the 3. See if we can stop him here, force him to try a field goal.
Everybody in tight at the line. The toss goes right to Zeider. He turns it up the field. Did he get in? I don't think so. I think he's short.
Short.
He is just short inside the 1. Phil Davis knocks him down. They'll mark the back of the football is resting on the 1-yard line. And Amanda Clear Creek calls a timeout on this 4th down play with 53 seconds remaining in the half. We'll return in just a moment. The Amanda Clear Creek Aces are trying to keep the Liberty Center Tigers out of the end zone on this 4th down play from the 1-yard line. 4th and goal from there. Jurasics puts his offense down, tosses it back to Zeider. He dives, and he gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown. They have a lot of confidence in that toss sweep, don't they?
Oh.
And that speed to get them outside has served them well here in the first half. The Aces, who gave up 33 points all year long, have given up 26 in the first half, and there's still a point after coming. Let's see if they decide to go for 2. In fact, they have not moved the kicking team on the field, so Jurasics will go for 2, and he will set the offense down, and they'll try to get this up to 28-0 if they can make the 2-point conversion. They give the ball off on the Atkinson on the end around. He sweeps into the end zone, and he's in. Liberty Center 28, Amanda Clear Creek nothing with 50 seconds to play in the first half. We'll be back in just a moment. Tigers have turned the second Aces turnover into another touchdown, and they lead it 28-0. The squib kick picked up by Phil Davis at the 29, runs left side, and he bumps into, I think, Brad Miller at about the 32, and down he goes.
That looked like Sean Cole ran right into Sean Cole. Yeah.
Okay, run into 36 instead of 35. So that's just been the kind of half it has been for the Aces.
Yeah, and unfortunately it was open around the side.
This is a monument to Murphy's Law, isn't it? Look at Cole and Davis just brushing together and enough to knock him off his feet. And as you said, Dave, there was some room. Toss coming to Miller. Puts a stiff arm on one would-be tackler, gets to the 40, turns back inside, or to the 35, I should say, and turns back inside and pushes his way to about the 37. That was only the 3rd attempt in the first half for Brad Miller. Only his 3rd rushing attempt. And there you see the clock winding down. We've marveled this season at the Aces' ability to make adjustments at halftime and come out and play so well in the second half. Well, we'll find out today how effective those adjustments will be facing a 28-0 deficit. Affolter in trouble in the backfield, and down he goes at the 35. He leans forward and gets to the 35-yard line. That's going to be the last play of the first half, tackled by Lindgren at the end of the half. Well, it's all Liberty Center. So far, they lead the Aces 28-0 at the break. We're going to come back with more from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in Massillon, Ohio, in just a moment. Time of this Division V state championship game, and Liberty Center is in control big time. 28-0 over Amanda Clear Creek. This got off to a great start for Liberty Center, and they haven't looked back. They got that 72-yard touchdown run from their quarterback, Joe Jurasics, on the second play from scrimmage. And, Dave, it's just been all downhill for the Aces from there.
Oh, it has been. Amanda hasn't been able to get a thing going offensively. Defensively, which has been their strength all year, they're getting beat at the line of scrimmage. They're getting beat outside, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Well, we said that, remember, Amanda Clear Creek had given up only 33 points in 13 games going into today, And this afternoon, they have given up 28 so far in only one half of football. That is an amazing statistic. We were talking about throwing the stats out the window. You can't get rid of that one because that's the primary stat of the day.
Right.
What the score of the game is at 28-0. Obviously, the Aces have not seen anything like this all season long. The turf, field conditions, even if it's wet, the fact that this is on turf, it just gives that speed a little extra push for Liberty Center, but I don't know that that would even matter the way they're playing. They could be playing this game on broken glass or on, in tar, and I think they'd still be winning this game handily. They played so well here in the first half against the Aces. Well, we have some statistics that we can share with you coming up shortly, and we have more in our halftime from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. We're going to go away for just a moment. Liberty Center 28, Amanda Clear Creek nothing at the half. We'll return in a moment.
Miller & Miller Insurance
Stadium in Massillon, Ohio, where Liberty Center leads Amanda Clear Creek 28-0 in the Division 5 state championship game. In the Division 3 game played earlier Friday afternoon, it was Columbus St. Francis de Sales winning the title over Youngstown Cheney by the score of 17-14. So congratulations to Coach Bob Jacoby and the Stallions from St. Francis de Sales as they get a state championship for Central Ohio. The Aces trying to do the same, but being denied here in the first half by Liberty Center. Well, first half statistics obviously heavily in favor of the Tigers. They had 173 yards on the ground unofficially. The leading ball carrier is the quarterback, Jurasics. Remember, he had the 72-yard touchdown run on just the second play of the game from scrimmage. Well, he carried 3 times 73 yards. Sam Smith had 7 carries for 47 yards, and Ryan Zeiter 14 for 33 yards. 130 yards passing for Jurasics in the first half, 7 out of 10. His favorite target has been Seth Atkinson, 3 catches for 31 yards. And Andy Silvas has caught 2 passes for 54 yards and a touchdown. For the Aces, only 21 yards on the ground. Scott Affolter has carried for 10, Brad Miller for 7, Phil Davis for 4, and that is it. Scott Affolter is 0 for 6 passing. He has not completed an attempt in the game. So the Aces with only 21 yards total offense here in the first half. The score of the break is 28-0 in favor of Liberty Center. We'll have more after this timeout.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go, Tom.
Well, we're back at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. We knew that Liberty Center had reputation for having an outstanding offensive football team, and that's well deserved. I don't know if any of us knew how good they were. That 35 points per game average they scored in the playoffs and 41 points per game during the regular season is not a fluke. It is the real thing, because if you can put up the kind of numbers they put up against Amanda Clear Creek, you know that's somebody that knows how to play offensive football. And granted, the Aces have turned the ball over a couple of times and given them pretty good field position, especially on the second interception where they scored the touchdown, but give them no quarter. They have been outstanding. And defensively, well, they've limited the Aces to only 21 yards, all on the ground. It has been phenomenal. Total domination by Liberty Center. And here's the kickoff by Jurasics. And it is Davis running at the 30-yard line, runs far left side, and he will squirt up to about the 33-yard line before he's tackled by Andy Silvas. So from the 33, the Aces will begin their first possession of the second half.
Tom, I see Nate Rose coming back onto the field. I was paying particular attention to him in the warm-ups prior to the start of the second half here, and he's definitely hobbled. He's definitely limping on that left leg.
Well, that has certainly been a problem that's affected the defense. With Nate Rose certainly less than 100%, but you know, as a senior, he's going to be out there playing, and he's in his offensive right guard spot. Fumble on the first snap of the second half. Affolter may have gotten it back. Liberty Center says they've got it, though. And the officials are unpiling, and they give the football to the Tigers.
Andy Silvas comes up with the ball for the Liberty Center Tigers.
Is he having a game? He's got an interception, a fumble recovery, and a a touchdown pass. That's the third Amanda Clear Creek turnover.
Oh, just what Amanda did not need to start the second half.
First play from scrimmage. They give it right back to the Tigers. Jurasics gives to Smith, and still hard hitting going on down there. That was Nate Rose who came in.
That flag comes in from the line judge.
Now the Aces say the penalty is against Liberty Center. Holding on the Tigers. We were looking at the first half stats, Dave. I don't think I've ever seen a game where we had two longer punts than we had, one by each team in the first half. Affolter had a 62-yarder, and Jurasics had a 58-yarder.
Yeah, I spent some time looking through our media guide to has a lot of stats in there, but unfortunately there's not one for the longest punt. We was thinking possibly Affolter might have set a record, but they don't have anything for the longest punt listed.
First down and 21 for the Tigers, and Jurasics nearly lost it. There's another flag on the turf as Jurasics went back with the football and nearly dropped it as he had trouble on the exchange.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. I think the officials echo that the quarterback started before the center snapped the ball there.
Let's get down to our sideline reporter, Andy Rice. Andy, obviously the rain's still falling. It's getting colder, I'm guessing, so a little bit tougher to hang on to the football. Andy is not available to us as we look down on the sideline at this point, but the temperature, we can just feel it in the press box, has dropped several degrees since the start of the football game, so we know that the elements are changing for the worse. And if you're the team that's ahead, that's a good deal. Zeider tries the gut and nothing there. Dan Davis, number 59. Along with Rose and Valinsky, collapse the middle, and they tackle Zeider for no gain.
Yeah, there's that second half adjustment that Amanda is known for. I know Coach Jeff Arndt, the defense coordinator, is known around the area for making great adjustments at halftime, and they have definitely stuffed that up the middle play.
Jeff Arndt, who was from Akron, Ohio originally, not far from home today. Second down and about 24. Jurasics is in trouble behind the line, and Nate Cole throws him down back at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they got another penalty flag on a play from the referee. Could be a hold or a clip.
We've had a lot of miscues here in the opening couple of minutes of the second half. Holding Liberty Center. So they are moving big time backward. Remember, they recovered the fumble at the 34-yard line on the first play the Aces ran here in the second half, but they've been moving steadily backward ever since, and we've moved down to 10:16 remaining in the third quarter. The penalty was declined. The loss by Jurasics was back to the 47-yard line, so it was a loss of 5, and Jurasics was limping noticeably as he went back to the huddle on that play. Third down and 29. Blitz, and Jurasics is sacked by Phil Davis.
Phil Davis. Well, the Aces have came out fired up.
Well, we knew that they were not going to roll over. We take another look at Phil Davis coming clean. And that gets the Amanda Clear Creek fans up and cheering. Well, they lost 24 yards on that possession. They went from the Amanda Clear Creek 34 to their own 42-yard line. That's a serious setback. Affolter and Hinton are the deep receivers. Jurasics punts it away. Got a little bit of pressure, but he got it out of there. And this ball will hit out of bounds and be marked right on the 20-yard line. 38 yards on the punt for Jurasics. And the Aces defense makes a statement to open the third quarter. 9:19 remaining on the clock here in the third, and it's 28-0. Liberty Center retains the lead.
Amanda dodged an early bullet there. Let's see if they take advantage of it.
Now we've got Andy Rice restored on the sideline. Andy, a moment ago, we were talking about it getting colder, and certainly the rain still falling. We've seen some mishandled snaps here in the opening part of the third quarter. That's obviously the reason why.
It certainly is, Tom, and I tell you what, I got my gloves on. The rain's coming down harder, and the field is getting slick, Tom.
Brad Miller gets pulled down by the jersey. Look at number 69, Kern. Just hold on to Miller, but he keeps fighting and gets out over the 30-yard line. And Brad Miller is jumping up and down like a wild man. These guys are not going to quit. They're just not going to. You know, they have that wall in the locker room at Amanda Clear Creek that has all the mottos and signs on it, and there's one that says it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're going to keep fighting. 1st and 10. Miller left side running, and this time Liberty Center is up for the play. Silvas and Scott Sharp combining on the tackle. That's a gain of a yard on that play for Miller, and it's 2nd down. Watch Brad Miller on the play before. Number 69, Kenzie Kern, has him by the shirt tail. He almost ripped it off. And that's at the 28-yard line. He doesn't go down until he was at the 31.
And still almost got away.
2nd and 9. Affolter, a short drop and a throw. Kyle Hinton with a catch at the 33, and he crosses the 35 before he goes down at about the 37-yard line in the arms of Jesse Smith. So a 5-yard pickup, the first pass completion of the game for the Aces. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 3.
Kyle Hinton going off the field with a noticeable limp.
That was the 22nd catch this season for Kyle Hinton. Brad Miller, the only running back. Affolter throws, and it goes off the hands of Keith Deal up at the 43-yard line. He had turned around. The ball was well thrown, but he wasn't able to pull it in out at the 43. Keith Deal, a seldom used receiver, certainly the backup quarterback, not used to making those catches. It's 4th and 3, and the Aces are dropping back in punt formation. If Affolter punts it, it'll be Atkinson back at the 25-yard line to field it. Good snap back. The pressure is on, and it's blocked by Zeider. Zeider will cover it. No, now the ball is free. Affolter picks it up, and he's going to be dropped back at about the 10-yard line. They get the punt block.
Liberty Center brought everybody on that. It was definitely set up for a block.
Ball is marked inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. They sure did. Well, they nearly got one in the first half. Obviously, they saw something on film, but they thought they could get back and block Scott Affolter, and they did. So with 7:29 remaining, here's a look from the sideline. Zeider comes flying in there. He wasn't right on top of him, really, but close enough. From the gate, Smith sweeps left, has the corner, the 5. He dives to the pylon. It's a touchdown.
Managed to get the ball across the goal line before he went out of bounds. The linesman gives him the touchdown. Once the ball breaks the plane, it is a touchdown.
That's the 34th point for the Tigers, one more than the Aces had given up all season long going into the game. Let's get down to Andy for the point after try.
Right. Right now, the Liberty Center team is just so fired up down here as Jurasic picks up the kick, and Tom, it is good.
It is loud at Tiger Stadium, and it's the noise being made by the Tigers from Liberty Center. They lead Amanda Clear Creek 35-0, and we'll be back in just a moment. Well, after the punt block, the Tigers are able to score immediately on their first play, the 8-yard run by Sam Smith. It was his second touchdown run of the afternoon. And now they lead it by the score of 35-0. Boy, the Aces showed some life with a great defensive stand to open the third quarter, but then that block punt sent them back down, and here's a ball going to be whistled dead at the 31-yard line. That's where the knee was down after the receiver caught the football. So 1st and 10 from the 30. They mark it back at the 30 now for the Aces. How quickly the momentum once again switches back in favor of Liberty Center. Affolter has Davis and Miller behind him in the pro set. It's Brad Miller's carry, and he will take it from the 30, running left side to about the 33. Tackled by number 70, Josh Bush.
The tackle by Josh Bush.
Brad Miller now 7 carries for 25 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 7. Under the 7-minute mark remaining now here in the third quarter. Liberty Center leads Amanda Clear Creek 35-0. Affolter, the quarterback keeper, he couldn't quite get away from that last tackle. And he's able to push it out to about the 39. Getting 6 on the play. Chris Baum, number 58, had a hold of Affolter's thigh and was able to pull him down. The Aces need a little more than a yard here. It's 3rd and a long one. Just shy of the 40. Nate McCain comes in motion toward the top of your screen and goes toward the far side. They hand it off to Brad Miller, and he will get the 1st down as he takes it up the middle, twisting and turning his way and getting ahead to about the 42-yard line. 3 yards on the play for Miller, and that's the 3rd 1st down on the ground the Aces have picked up this afternoon. You can see the wet field here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium. The turf picking up a lot of moisture now in the area back at the 40-yard line. The lights glaring off that turf. Affolter throws it to the sideline, and the ball is dropped out at about the 35-yard line by Miller, or it may have been tipped. I think, though, the ball came in clean.
Yeah, that was 6. If Brad Miller could have held on to that ball, that would have been 6.
Affolter threw that ball nicely over the defense and couldn't tell if anybody. Here's another look. Did anyone touch it? No. That ball just was dropped. Oh. That has just been the kind of day it's been for the Aces. 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line. Affolter throws a flanker screen. The ball comes out to Miller, and he is hit for a loss. Back at about the 38-yard line, Scott Sharp, along with Chris Baum.
Liberty Center, known for their offensive output, is putting on a defensive show today.
Boy, aren't they really? We thought maybe they were a little bit soft defensively because they had given up 17 points a game, and that's a lot of points.
We talked about that in the truck prior to the game. Just the opposite happened of what we talked about.
3rd down and 14, back at the 38-yard line. Affolter being pressured, steps around the first man and throws, and the ball is caught up at about the 48-yard line. Reception made by Kyle Hinton right in front of the Liberty Center bench. It's going to be good for 10, but it's going to be short of the 1st down. This may be a situation, though, where the Aces have to take a shot and go.
Jeff Carter, please go to the west ticket office, the home stand ticket office.
And in fact, Keith Deal brings the play in on 4th down and 4. The Aces trying to keep this drive alive with 4:44 to play in the third quarter. Trailing at 35-0. Miller and Davis are in the backfield. Apholder fakes, keeps, takes it ahead, and he is popped down at the 49-yard line, and I don't think he has enough for the first down.
No, he didn't make it. He's going to be a yard short.
Derek Ziegler with the tackle. What a hard hit that Apholder got. He looks a little woozy after that. Boom. Oh, look at that. Andy Silvas, the linebacker, actually hit him.
Helmet to helmet.
Yeah, coming across, and it was Ziegler who was down low. Look at that hit. Wow.
Wow.
He got 3 yards on the play, but not enough for a first down. And oh, it was Ron Hinton having a rough afternoon. Not what he was dreaming of on his first trip to the state championship game. Good tackle outside by Sean Cole against Sam Smith up at the 50. Yard gain on the play. Sean Cole will be one who comes back. He's only a sophomore.
I know this is Coach Hinton's first appearance as a coach down on the field, but I do know that him and his family come every year to the playoffs to watch, and I know as his first trip as a coach on the field, this is not what he was expecting.
2nd down and 9. Rolling left is Jurasic. There's a flag. Yep,
yeah,
everybody throwing
two
flags on that play. Nate Rose had a beat on Jurasic, and Zeiter did a job saving his quarterback. That's all he did there. He took one for the team.
Yes, he did.
Knowing that he was going to get flagged, and everybody threw one on that was so obvious. And that will be a big play because from the spot of the foul back at about the 40-yard line, they'll mark off now 10 more if it's holding and move it back to about the 30. That's the call. Holding against Liberty Center. 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's one of those that was obvious to everybody in the stadium.
Yep.
The linesman 30 yards downfield saw that one and threw a flag.
Well, actually, that turns out to be a penalty worth 20 yards because the play started at the 50-yard line, so this is 2nd and 29, and Jurasic still has it, and he will go down in the arms of Justin Castley, and he'll lose more yardage. Back at about the 28-yard line, Jurasic faked one way, then rolled back to his right. Tried to turn it up the field, but Castley was there to tackle him in a good defensive play by Justin Castley. He just kind of held his ground in the back after a fake in the middle, but Castley didn't bite. And it's now going to be 3rd down and 30 with 3:15 left on the clock here in the third quarter. 35-0. Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek. And this play took an awful long time to develop, and the flag comes in from the back judge. Delay of game against Liberty Center. Well, what the hey? You know, when you're facing 3rd and 30, what's another 5 yards, huh? The Tigers have committed their share of penalties today. Now, they have been flagged. Now, they were flagged 3 times in the first half for 41 yards, and now they've had 3 penalties here in the second half as well. Jurasic will throw deep down the middle to a man Smith, but it's overthrown at the 35-yard line. I admire him for taking a shot at it. Keith Deal and Nate McCain were back covering. Jesse Smith, with pretty good speed, ran by him, but the ball was thrown too far, and it will be 4th down. You know, we talked about some of the numbers in Amanda Clear Creek's favor. They had allowed only 7 passes completed against them in the 3 playoff games combined. Jurasic's was 7 out of 10 in the first half. He had that number matched at halftime. This goes off Scott Affolter's shoulder at the 35. He runs back to get it at the 25 and then returns it to the 30-yard line before Jesse Smith drops him right there.
Yeah, some confusion on Amanda's punt reception team that time. Kyle Hinton late getting back. Scotty Affolter directed traffic, and he muffed that one.
One of the coaches from Liberty Center likes what he sees, huh? 42-yard punt a moment ago by Jurasic's in a 6-yard return. Affolter throws it deep down the sideline for Deal, and there's contact over there, and that's going to be a pass interference penalty against the Tigers.
No question about it.
Penalty against number 24, Ryan Miller. The Ace is going up top to try to get something going on the board deep. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. There's the call, first down. 2:39 remaining here in the third quarter. 35-0. Liberty Center leading Amanda. Ball's marked at the 46-yard line, and the Aces will have first down from there. Davis and Miller in the eye behind Scott Affolter. Fakes the give. Affolter keeps it himself, and he tries to turn it up the middle, but good tackle after only about a yard gain for Affolter. Second and 9 coming up. Affolter is now carried 8 times for 20 yards.
Second down and 9.
Brings him back up to the line of scrimmage. Affolter back to throw, squares it out, and the ball goes through the hands of Brad Miller at the 50.
Liberty Center defense, they're putting 9 guys up within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. And then they're rushing 6.
A lot of pressure. This was open and available. Brad just had the second time here in the third quarter. One just dropped right through. Boy, bad karma today for the Aces, huh?
Just has not been their day.
They're facing third down and 9. There's a look at the clock again, a minute 56 left in the third quarter. As it's turned dark here at Tiger Stadium. Davis gets the carry. He's tackled by Silvas after he gets to the 50. Taking it over the right side of his offensive line. This is going to bring up fourth down for Amanda Clear Creek. And it's going to be about 4th and 6. Actually, they're going to give him to the 49, so he gets 4 yards on that play. 4th and 5. And once again, we see the Aces going on 4th down. They tried it from just about the same field position a while ago, and they didn't make it then. We'll see if they make it this time. Affolter throwing, and he throws it wide. Down at the 42-yard line for Kyle Hinton. Could not connect. It'll be 1st and 10 for Liberty Center from the 49-yard line. A minute 15 left to go on the clock. Let's get down to Andy Rice again. Andy, is the rain still falling a little bit? Looks pretty misty out.
Actually, Tom, the rain has stopped falling, but it is getting a little foggy out here, a little misty. The game after this should be interesting to see just how much that fog will roll in before game starts.
Now, we'll be out of here before that happens, so we won't have to worry about seeing what's going on. Whoa, Jurasic's is parked. I've been waiting to say that all game. Brad Miller gets the tackle for loss after a couple of yards, 1 yard loss back to the 48-yard line. You know, some of those targets are so easy, they just set themselves up there. You got to knock them out of the park when you can. I'm going to hide behind a post after that last remark.
Yeah, I would too.
High above the turf here at Paul Brown Tiger Stadium we are, but we are inside from the elements, unlike our crew outdoors again today in the rain. Sam Smith takes it up the middle and finds his way all the way down inside the Aces 45-yard line before Sean Cole can come up and stop him. Mark it at the 44, in fact. He got 8 on the carry.
That will be the end of the third quarter.
That's all for 3. Time running out, 35-0 the score. Liberty Center leading Amanda Clear Creek. We'll be back in just a moment. The Ohio High School Athletic Association football tournament games are brought to you by the Cleveland Clinic, treating you like a pro at the Cleveland Clinic. Here's a toss sweep to Smith, and he's got a first down and much more. Running right side, that's been their great side all day. Inside the 35-yard line, all the way down to about the 33. For number 33, Sam Smith, he gets 11 on that gain, and he's got a first down. 10 carries now for 87 yards for Sam Smith in this game. Smith on the year rushed, on the regular season, rushed for almost 1,983 yards. So he and Zeider together over 2,000 on the ground. We see how they have such a potent offense. From the Aces 33, big hole for Smith all the way down to the 25 to the 24-yard line. They blow open a hole in the middle. Sean Cole knocks him down, but Smith gets 9 more yards. We talked about the Cleveland Clinic and them bringing you the High School Athletic Association tournament games. Also a sponsor on our telecast. We want to thank all of the sponsors here in our playoff season from Amanda Clear Creek who have been with us. We have found great support in that community, and we appreciate you helping us bring the games back to you here on Channel 22. Smith and Jurasic collide in the backfield. Smith bounces off of the quarterback and rolls his way down to about the 20-yard line, so he got 4. And he had enough to pick up the first down. That's the 100-yard mark for Sam Smith on 12 carries. Coming up on the 10-minute and 30-second mark now left here in this game. It has belonged from the very beginning to Liberty Center. They lead it 35-0, and they have a 1st and 10 at the Aces 20-yard line. Jurasic gives it on the inside handoff, and Phil Davis says no to Seth Atkinson and drops him for a loss. That play worked a couple of times in the first half, but it didn't work there. And there's a penalty on the play, a illegal procedure penalty against Liberty Center, so the Tigers could go back 5 yards here if the Aces decide to do that, and I think they will take the penalty. Move them back to the 25. Parking lot still full here at Tiger Stadium. And they'll move a lot of those cars out for the next game to come in here, the Division II championship game. Follows this one. Smith takes it right side. Good tackle. Tripped up back at the 30-yard line. Justin Castley, one of the many seniors on this team. They give him progress to the 28-yard line. Looked like he was back closer to the 30, but he fell forward to about the 28. It's a loss of 3 for Smith on that play, so he goes back under 100 now to 97. We can't let this get away without, again, talking about Chad Deddy, the injured Aces defensive player, the linebacker who was hurt before the Versailles game in the warm-ups. He was recognized special mention All-Ohio this week by the Associated Press. Well deserved. Jurasik swings it out in the flat. It's caught by Zeider, still on his feet at the 20, and pushes his way down to about the 15-yard line before James Valinsky, another All-Ohio honoree, first-team All-Ohio defensive player, makes the tackle. Gain of 13 on that pass play to Zeider. Short of the first down. 3rd down and 5 coming up. Scott Affolter was the All-Ohio kicker, first team in Division 5, and we mentioned Brad Miller before, the Defensive Player of the Year, and first team All-Ohio, of course. Ron Hinton awfully proud of what these young men have done and should be. Jurasik throws it toward the end zone, and the ball is short. Falls at the 5-yard line. And that'll set up 4th down, as he really didn't have anybody in the area to get that football to. I don't know if somebody ran the wrong route or he just didn't throw it where he needed to. A rare mistake through the air by Joe Jurasik in this game. Ball's just outside the 25-yard line. It's 4th down and 5, and no field goal attempt here. They're going to keep the offense on the field with 8:15 remaining.
Football is on the 25-yard line.
Jurasik fakes the give to Smith. He has room. He has time to throw toward the end zone for Smith, and he goes up for the grab, and he's got a touchdown for Liberty Center as Jesse Smith comes down with it in the end zone. That makes it 41-0. That's the 2nd touchdown pass in the game for Joe Jurasik. And the Tigers fans are going to whoop it up a little bit more and enjoy that touchdown pass. Let's go down on the side once again to Andy Rice for the point after attempt here by Jurasik.
Well, there was no doubt as to what play Jurasik was going to go to. He's just going to throw it deep into the end zone, and just so happened they got the receiver behind the defensive end, and he made a great catch for the touchdown, and now he'll try to boot the extra point. He's done it all tonight. Here's the snap. The kick is up, Tom, and the kick is good.
42-0. Liberty Center over Amanda Clear Creek. 8:10 to go. We'll be back in just a moment. Tom Starr, along with Dave Jacobs and Andy Rice, our sideline reporter, and our entire IVP Sports crew. Kick to the 31-yard line, and fielded there and then twisted down was number 3, Ryan Schramm, after a short return. I believe this is our 20th high school football broadcast telecast this year. We've been glad to be able to bring them to you here on Channel 22, and all the supporters of our program here, everyone at Continent, at Media One. It's Tim Kemmerer leading the charge there, and all the folks there at Media One, and all the people who supported us at Lancaster High School football, Fisher Catholic football, and as we mentioned before, the Amanda Clear Creek supporters as well. Running play for Phil Davis, and he pushes his way out to about the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. 3 yards for Davis. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Also been my good fortune to work this year with Jack Greathouse and Tim Shoemaker. With us before Dave came along for the last couple of games with the Aces here. We appreciate the work of all those men, and we'll get to the technical folks in a little while because they deserve more credit than any of the rest of us. Toss goes wide to Brad Miller. He gets outside, but a nice open field tackle. Great trip up over there by number 27, Brett Silvas, younger brother of Andy Silvas. Looked like that was going to be a lot of room for Brad Miller outside, but out of nowhere came number 27 to make a trip up at the 41-yard line. Turned into only a 1-yard gain.
Liberty Center starting to bring out some of their starters and putting some of their second team in. A lot of new numbers.
Yeah, well, we got some young guys, and they're going to remember this forever, aren't they? Pass looked like it was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Affolter's ball was thrown short, and it was knocked down, so it's going to set up 4th down.
Looks like number 9, Troy Davis, knocked that down.
Scott only 3 of 15 through the air. There have been some drops. Not all have been his fault. But you don't have enough places to point to today for the problems that the Aces have had. Line drive punt, fielded at the 22-yard line, bobbled, and the man was down at the 23, down on one knee at the 23-yard line. That was Ryan Miller returning the punt. 1-yard return, 37 yards on the kick by Affolter. 6:25 remaining. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23 for Liberty Center. Our work here at Media One Sports all begins in the truck with Bob Campetti and the folks doing a great job there. We miss Bridget Biter today. Bridge isn't with us today, but we're getting some good help in spite of that. Thanks, guys. You make us look and sound wonderful. Try up the middle. There is a new quarterback. Or no, it's still Jurasic's the quarterback in the game, and it was Zeider, the running back, taking the handoff there. There's a look at the guy who's got to be the game MVP if you're given one today. He's been phenomenal. Just a yard on that last play for Zeider. Wonder if Coach Lindgren will bring some of these offensive players out and let them get a big round of applause from the Liberty Center fans who have come here today to see them win their first ever state championship. Straight handoff, Smith, nothing. There's Nate Rose still scrapping among them down there in the pile.
Yeah, Nate's not going to give up.
By John Young.
John Young stepping up.
Coach Lindgren sending in the play. Chad Collins, one of their young halfbacks, brings it in. Some of those guys getting a chance to come off now, get the credit that they should be getting. Jurasic's able to give it off before he goes down, and that's Collins, the guy we were just talking about. He carries it out for a 1st down before Nate McCain trips him up at the 37-yard line. He got 13 yards. Collins, only a sophomore, so they'll be glad to see him back. There's Sam Smith, number 33, coming off the field right now. What a great game he had. He did not finish with 100 yards. I think he's going to come up a couple of yards short because of some losses that he had here at the end of the game. Toss back, and this is going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
There's Nate Rose out there.
Now we know there's no give up, as we said. You know, this more of their offensive linemen now coming off the field. Derek Ziegler and Josh Bush and Andy Silva's coming off.
Yeah, this picture's just opposite of what it was last week, Tom, when we were over at Springfield, and the man who was home team in black. About this point in the game, the coaches were starting to celebrate on the sidelines, the players hugging each other. It's just the opposite tonight. tonight.
Clock down to 3.5 minutes remaining. Toss comes outside, and good tackle by Castley on McClure. Castley's had a nice game. Gain of a couple of yards to the 39.
These players from Amanda, though, here's a replay of the tackle by Castley for a loss. These Amanda players, they don't need to hang their heads. They can hold their heads up high, proud of something not been done in the 100-year history of Amanda High School. They made it to the state finals, and they will be back again.
Well, I'm sure they'll learn. Maybe next time they take the next step. McClure breaks through everybody. He's going to go the distance. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. It's a touchdown for Liberty Center. Mike McClure, number 31, a junior halfback, streaks free, 61 yards. That'll put a big old exclamation point on it as far as the Tigers are concerned. They're going to send old Joe out there to kick another point after. His legs got to be tired. Here's a look at McClure breaking loose. Gets past the initial wall. Sean Cole trying to catch him, but couldn't do it. Down to Andy for the kick by Jurasics.
Jurasics doesn't even change his shoe, just goes out with the old turf shoe, and he boots it right through, Tom. It's good.
49-0. The Tigers over the Aces, 2:30. Oh, you very seldom see such a one-sided game in the state championship game, but today it's been all Liberty Center. The short kick is free on the turf still, and then finally wisely knocked out of bounds by Sean Cole. That was a heads-up play. The ball had gone through one of the receivers short for the Aces and then was knocked out of bounds by Cole. Let's go back to Andy again.
Tom, I just want to mention the fact that during that last timeout, as the Amanda players went over to the sideline and got ready for the kickoff return, everybody in the Amanda section stood up and gave them a standing ovation. The Amanda fans have been great through this whole ball game. They're not used to seeing this. The Amanda players obviously not used to playing in a game like this, and they have just been behind them the whole way. And once again, what else can you say about the Amanda people? They've just been behind this team all season long. The sponsors here for us, the fans here in the stands today. Has just been a great showing, even though their team is down 49-0.
Well said, Andy. You're exactly right. Just looking at the state championship game records, the 49 points scored by Liberty Center today is a record for one team. The previous record had been 42. So they have now scored more than any other team in the Division 5 state championship game histories. It doesn't look like there will be any individual records broken today, however. Perhaps total yardage record for a team that may fall. They may end up falling a bit short of that, but they are going to get the points record, Liberty Center is, and also the most one-sided win by a team in the Division 5 championship game. The new quarterback for the Aces is number 14, Keith Deal. And he will turn and give the ball off. Whoa, the helmet comes off of Sean Cole as he takes the ball out to the 30-yard line and picks up 3 on the play. Hit so hard, the lid came off. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Both coaches have substituted with all second-team players now for the last 2.5 minutes of this game.
Going back to what Andy was saying, Tom, the Amanda fans are just a great set of fans.
Yeah, and they're staying, too.
Oh, they're staying.
They're not getting up, going home. They're going to stick around here because they know their team's going to get a trophy anyway, and state runner-up trophy. They want to see that. Keith Deal still has the football, and he breaks 3 at the 40. the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Keith Deal will get in the end zone. There are no flags, and the Aces have gotten on the scoreboard. How about that? I think it's his first touchdown of the year.
Well, right there you're looking at Amanda's quarterback next year.
Yep. Hopefully that's a good sign, things to come for the Aces. Boy, great fake. And this play goes 70 yards as he just takes it around the left side. He went around the left side, but other than that, that was the same run that Jurasics pulled off back on the second play of the game. 2.5 hours ago now, or well over 2 hours ago. They're going to try for 2. Keith Deal will go back, look to throw, out in the flat. He's got his man. The ball is caught by Barker. It's going to be a 2-point conversion for the Aces. It makes the score 49-8 with 1:38 left to go. We'll be back to Paul Brown Tiger Stadium in a moment. Number 14, Keith Deal, just takes it 70 yards for the Aces. That was a big deal to get on the scoreboard, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, it was. The Amanda fans, again, they're still over there cheering, supporting their team. Down in front of us, just below us, Liberty Center's coach just got the traditional Gatorade bucket.
He probably said, "I'm wet enough. Thanks for nothing, guys." But that's not a bad feeling. You know, you get that after you win. Brian Barker kicks it away to the 15-yard line. 20, 25, the flag comes flying in. Collins returned it. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like it could be holding coming up here against the Tigers. It's been the only hitch in their giddy-up today, as they've had some penalties, but boy, it hasn't mattered at all, really.
A lot of young players, Tom, coming into the game, both benches, having an opportunity to experience not only the AstroTurf for the first time, but the what it feels like to actually play in a game such as this.
Yep. Yep.
Something that they'll remember for a long, long time.
Those Tigers roaring. They're going to be state champions in Division 5. Only one team wins its last game every year in each division. Straight dive play ahead to number 27, Brett Silvas. Only gets a yard. And we'll have time for just another play or two, and that's about it. The Cleveland Clinic bringing you the Ohio High School Athletic Association football playoff games, treating you like a pro at the Cleveland Clinic, and we are glad to have them along on our telecast as well. And again, we say thanks to all of the great sponsors from Fairfield County who were with us this season and during the playoffs as well. Straight ahead to the 18-yard line for Silvas again. Now this is a mass substitution here. They've got a brand new unit coming out to run this play. This is 11 for 11. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. They better hurry because it's down to 16 seconds on the clock. Number 10, Scott Overmeyer, the new quarterback. Come on, Scott, run you a play, young man. He does. Gives the ball off to number 7, Nick Piracini. They get a yard on the play, but that's all there is. Liberty Center. The Tigers from Henry County in Northwest Ohio, the Division 5 state champions for 1997 as they beat the Aces of Amanda Clear Creek 49-8. We'll return with more in our postgame from Paul Brown Tiger Stadium after this timeout. the field right now, the Amanda Clear Creek Aces are getting the Division 5 runner-up trophy. Let's go down and give a listen.
You've had an outstanding season. 116 teams start to play in Division 5. Only 2 make it to this game, and you're one of them. At this time, on behalf of the Commissioner, the staff, and the member schools, I'm very proud to present to you Division 5 runner-up 1997. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen.
4 years ago, when Liberty Center lost to Steubenville Central Catholic in the Division 5 championship game on this very field, some of their players left pennies embedded in the side of the turf, knowing that someday, hoping that someday they would get to come back and collect. Well, today they did, and they get to take back with them the more expensive hardware. The state championship trophy goes back to Liberty Center after they beat Amanda Clear Creek this afternoon in the Division 5 championship game. And before that, you saw the Aces being awarded the state runner-up trophy. As the assistant commissioner said, 116 teams begin every year in Division 5, and only 2 get this far. No doubt that the Aces would rather have that trophy, the one that Joe Jurasics is holding up there, but they have to settle for second place. Not a bad deal, though, after all, to finish second in this big, big field. We have some final statistics that we can share with you from today's game. But I'll tell you what, we're going to take a timeout first, and we will come back and take a look at our final stats before we do that, and we'll have some closing thoughts on this Division 5 championship game from Tiger Stadium. We'll come back after this timeout. Tiger Stadium, and down on the turf is Andy Rice, and he is with head coach Ron Hinton. Andy?
Coach, it's obviously a tough loss to take, but it's the state final game, and well, what can you say?
Well, much you can't say. They went out and they beat us in every aspect of the football game. They played better defense, they played better offense, they executed better. They just did great things. I'll take their hats off to them. They were on a roll. They caught us flat. Right off the bat, they got the big play, got the momentum going. Everything started. And we just gotta. This is again a learning step for us. We got to learn a little bit to compete this level. What we got to do to get there, and what to do to compete to win here. And it just we can't lose sight of what happened with the great season we had. Our seniors had a tremendous year. Our coaching staff did an excellent job. We'd like to get the game at least a little closer, made it look a little better. But 1 point, 49. It's but like I say, there's always sometimes I told the kids at halftime, find a little better, and they were today.
Coach, there's one thing that we mentioned at the end of our broadcast, the fact that the Amanda fans, none of them left, none of them gave up on you, just like the players didn't give up today, and that's got to be something encouraging.
Well, we have great fans. They support us all the way through, win or lose. And they follow us here. It's just a special thing for our community. Just a big rallying thing. It's really, really great for us. And it's something that's very, very special. It's what makes it nice about a small community. To rally around that, it's just such a big, big thing. And I wish I guess I go back. I got to do a better job preparing my athletes, my coaching staff, do a better job when we come here. And maybe some things we didn't do right, just coaching-wise, to get them ready. But I don't know. We had some classes, some plays, we had shots. We made some adjustments for second half. We got the right play, right spot. We saw them in football opening snap. We come back, we had 2 big passes, and we dropped. They were on top of the game, we weren't, and just we say.
All right, Coach, the final game's done. You've got the juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. How long do you take off before you start back up? You take a couple days?
It'll be a while. We'll take a couple weeks off or so, and the basketball kids got to get to basketball, and we'll celebrate our season while we're banquet in a week and a half here.